problems. Go to www.sawblade.com. Performance Sawing.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. How can I help you?
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
No middleman, no markups, no problems. Go to www.sawblade.com. Performance Sawing.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. How can I help you?
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
no markups, no problems. Go to www.sawblade.com. Performance Sawing.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. How can I help you?
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
No middleman, no markups, no problems. Go to www.sawblade.com. Performance Sawing.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. How can I help you?
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
All right, once again, race fans, welcome to Hard O Texas Speedway. We are here for qualifying night at the Speedway for the Texas Mod Lite Nationals. 10,000 to win going to the winner of tomorrow's A main feature event. 500 to start for everyone who qualifies for a spot in that A main. So we've got 66 of the Texas Mod Lites signed in here. I say Texas Mod Lites. They're actually from all over the country. We've got cars from as far away as Canada and 11 states. We've got them from California, Arizona, Colorado, Iowa, Missouri, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Arkansas, and of course Texas. So lots of cars here tonight. We're really looking for a great night of racing. Oh, we've got 16 of the 600 non-wing micros tuned in here tonight, ready to go. Four of the Lone Star 600 restrictor class. Diverse dwarf cars, we have 35. The Pro Dwarf cars, 27. So that's your breakdown for our classes. Once again, the Mod Lites will run double heats tonight. They will come out in round one, and they will run those heats in the order that they drew in. And then we'll run a few heats for the other classes, and then they'll come out a little bit later, and they will run a second set of heats. And those will be a reverse order from the way they started in the initial heats round. And then we'll take the top 24 in passing points from those two sets of heats for the Mod Lites, and they will go right on into tonight's A main, and then we'll take 8 out of that for the program tonight. All right, race fans, are y'all ready for some racing here at Heart of Texas Speedway tonight? We apologize for the delay, a little bit of track prep that took a little longer than anticipated, but we have got things ready to go. We're going to get things kicked off. If you folks will stand, we're going to start off with a prayer of invocation, and we'll go right on into the playing of our national anthem. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we humbly bow before you here tonight with grateful hearts for all that you've given us, all that you've done for us, for your mercy and your grace. We're thankful, Father, for the opportunity to spend time here tonight, enjoying a sport that we each and every one enjoy so well. There'll be some stiff competition out on that track tonight. Father, we just ask that you keep your hand upon them, each and every driver safe, each and every track personnel out there, our camera persons, everyone, Lord, just keep your hand upon them and keep them safe. And Lord, may, though the competition be stiff, may there be a spirit of good sportsmanship prevail. We ask these things, Lord, in the name of your precious Son, Jesus, and for his sake. Amen.
Last gleaming, whose bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, Alan Jackson giving us a great version of our national anthem. And we are so grateful to be able to live here in this United States of America, enjoy the freedoms that we do. We're thankful to each and every one of you who have come out to spend your evening with us here at Heart of Texas Speedway. And for you folks who are tuned in on Race on Texas, I'll tell you what, you guys are in for one exciting night of racing. They have 2 drone cameras that will be following the action all around tonight. They've also got 2 cameras mounted on a couple of the wreckers, so you'll see some live action shots from those wreckers. We've got a front stretch camera, and then of course our main camera up here overlooking the whole show. So let's get things started off. We're going to start off with the Verse Dwarf division. And heat race number 1 brought to you by 777 Graphics. We got Ashlyn Newton out of Cleveland, Texas in the 91 sitting on the pole. On there outside the 25, Charles McAfee out of Maypearl, Texas. Run number 2 to number 3, James Pina out of Leander, Texas. The 69B of Caden Bennett out of Benbrook on his outside. Run number 3 to 56, David Kulhanek out of Danbury. The 45P, Mike Perlin out of Quintana. Run number 4 to 15, Troop Miller out of Fort Worth. 11, Kenny Johnson out of Bar None, Wyoming. Wow. The 81B, Jerry Burford out of Bryan. And it looks like, oh, whoa, 25 car slow down the backstretch, opens the door and allows that number 56 to blow by, go on the inside and take the lead. That's David Kohanic out of Danbury, Texas. In the second spot there, I believe, is the 25 machine. Charles McAfee hanging on there in the second spot. No, that is not the 25. That is, I believe that is the 8 machine. They're showing it as 25 on the scoreboard. And let's see, that number 56 of Kohanic doing a fine job out front, stretching out a big lead now over the second place car. All right, there we go. The 69, it looks like, is your second place car. Caden Bennett out of Benbrook in that 69 car in that second spot. The 91 of Ashlyn Newton in third out of Cleveland, Texas. All right, 56 of Kohanic still in the lead with that number 69B. Caden Bennett there in the second spot, hanging on to second. Number 91 of Ashlyn Newton trying to run him down, not having much luck getting that done. And meanwhile, out front, Kohanic stretched out almost a straightaway lead over the second place car. 8 laps of distance shown for this one, and looks like we have 2 to go. 2 more laps to go. 6 laps down, 2 to go. Kohanic continuing to stretch out the lead over the 69B of Honeycutt, or Bennett, I'm sorry. Bennett in the second spot, and the 91, Ashley Newton in third. White flag, 1 more lap to go. And Kohanic makes his way down into turn number 3. Good roll through the low side of 3 and 4. Out of 4 down the front stretch. It's going to be Kohanic with the win. In second, it's going to be Caden Bennett in the number 69. In third is going to be the 91 of Ashlyn Newton. So that will round out your top 3. Heat race number 2 on deck next, brought to you by Southern Sass Photography. The 2K, Dylan Payne out of Temple, Texas, going to be your pole setter. The 13 of Tanya McAfee out of Maypearl on the outside. Row number 2, it's the 54 of Brandon Cloud out of Spring, Texas, and the 8, Landon Falkenberg out of Belton. Row number 3, the 1H, Darren Hull out of Kennedale. The 84F, Brandon Forty out of Georgetown. Row number 4, the 626, Jason Rivas out of Baytown, Texas. The 81, Carl Davis from Mineral Wells. And then rounding out your field up here from Magnolia, Texas, Roger Peel in the number 28. Once again, 8 laps of distance for this Verse Dwarf car. Heat race number 2 brought to you by Southern Sass Photography. All right, here we go. Green flag in the air, and we got this one underway. 2K of Dylan Payne. Looks like he's going to get the jump on the field as he rolls through 1 and 2 and head off down the backstretch. It's Dylan Payne out front out of Temple, Texas, trying to hold off. Looks like the number 13. Actually, the 81 machine. That is Carl Davis. Looks like the transponder's not picking up on that car. So Carl Davis in the 81 there in the second spot. In third is that number 13, Tanya McAfee. Dylan Payne setting out for another zip code as he stretches out the lead, already up to about a half a straightaway lead over that number 81 of Carl Davis. And Davis makes his way down the backstretch off into turn number 3. Looks like we got a race shaping up for the third spot there. Right now, it is the 13 in that third spot, trying to hold off a challenge from the car, and makes a dive to the inside out of 2 down the back stretch. Got a nose under as he goes off into turn number 3. All right, the 13 goes high. Tanya McAfee goes a little bit high. He opens the door. Here comes that number 626 of Jason Rivas as the caution comes out. Caution out here on lap number 4. Once again, heat race number 2, Southern Sass Photography, your sponsor. We thank her for sponsoring this heat race. So we got a car stopped here. That is your leader stopped here on the front stretch. Not sure what that's about. Don't know if he lost power or what happened, but looks like all right. Try to get him a little help, get him off the freeway. And it looks like that might hand the lead over to the 81 of Carl Davis. Carl Davis in the 81, going to inherit the lead. The number 13 of McAfee going to hang on to the second. No, I'm sorry. 626 of Rivas had overtaken that third spot, so he'll move to second. And then the 13 of McAfee in the fourth spot. And looks like they're going to get our leader, the unfortunate 2K of Dylan Payne, off the track there and get things back underway. Like we got the number 8 of Landon Falkenberg out of Belton, Texas, trying to work his way up there and mount a challenge to the 626 of Rivas. We'll see how they go when things get back underway. All right. Lights go out over in turn number 3, letting the drivers know we're going to go racing this time around. They round out of turn number 3 looking for that green flag. Our flagman says, let's go racing. Carl Davis jumps to the good lead, going off into turns 1 and 2. Rivas working the high groove there, about the middle groove as they come out. Look like he got a good run off of 2 down the backstretch. Going to try to take a look to the outside of Davis as they roll through 3 and 4. Davis going to hold him off as they come out of 4. It's still Davis in the lead. Rivas in second. McAfee in third, and the 8 and the 54 in a dead heat battle there across the line for that 4th spot. All right, Rivas taking a look to the inside of Davis as he rolled down into turn number 3. Davis going to power off in through 3 and 4 and going to hold him off for another lap. Coming up on lap number 5, this time by. It's still Davis out front, Rivas in second. In third is a 13 machine. No, the 13 of Rivas, or McAfee, hanging on to that third spot. 2 to go, being shown our leader this time by. Rivas going to try to take a look to the outside as he blow off into turn number 1. He's going to work the middle groove, the high groove, the low groove, come do a cross on the move, try to get a nose under. Davis going to hold him off again as they go into turn number 3. Rivas doing everything he can to find an advantage to get around that number 81 car, but it's 1 lap to go, 1 lap to get it done. They're going to try the high side again as they go into turn number 1. Rolls out of 2 down the back stretch, tries to do a cross on the move, makes a little more headway that time, almost pulls door to door. Oh, no. Went too low and smacked the tire over there going into turn number 3. That is going to hand the win over to the 81 of Davis in second. Looks like it's going to be the 26 machine, or 28 machine, I guess, Roger Peel. And then look like the 13 going to come home in the third spot. That is Tanya McAfee. So unfortunate, man, for Rivas. That was a hard smack on that big old tire. That little bitty car moved it quite a ways, so I'm sure he felt the impact of that. All right, heat race number 3 over there going into turn number 3. That is going to hand the win over to the 81 for heat race number 3. The 8T machine of Tatum Bell out of Montgomery going to be your pole sitter. On the outside of number 5, Burt Rojas from Highland Village, Texas. Row number 2 on the inside, the 14R, Dwayne Burford, Three Rivers, Texas driver, and the 151, David Garland out of Irving. Row number 3 to 121, Billy White from Temple, the 22X, Gregory Payne out of Temple as well. Row number 4, the 51, Richard Booker out of South Lake, the 4, Randy Yates out of Copperell. And row number 5, the 94, Jason Lowe out of Midlothian. Did I hear a Gregory Payne fan out there? Yeah, I thought I heard some Gregory Payne fans out there. All right, we'll see if Gregory can get it done. He's in a 22X starting on the third row on the outside, the blue car. So keep your eyes peeled as they get underway. Here they come, rolling through 3 and 4. It is Tatum Bell, your pole setter. Burt Rojas on the outside. They're looking for that green flag, and they get it. Green light's on. We're going to go racing. And it looks like Rojas trying to get an advantage, gets a good run. Oh, man. Rojas gets a good advantage coming out of turn number 2 and takes the lead. But here comes the yellow car moving up on the outside. We'll get a number on him when he comes by. Whoa, 4 wide out of 4 in the battle for the lead. And it looks like it is the I'm not sure what that number is. I thought I saw 1 on the car, but they're showing 8 on 15. Okay, 15 is your the one, or that's actually the 151 of David Garland, I believe. Garland tippy toes through 1 and 2, heads off down the backstretch. Got the number 2 machine. The number 2 machine of that's a 121. 121 Billy White just taking over the lead from the yellow number 15. All right. 121 machine being scored as the 2 on your scoreboard out there. That's Billy White out of Temple, Texas. He's got the lead. The number 51 machine of Richard Booker trying to run him down there from that second spot as the caution comes out. All right, looks like 4 laps in the books, maybe 3 complete. They may back up to the last complete lap. So we'll get them rack stacked and ready to go one more time as the train goes by back there on the backstretch. Once again, you folks tuned in on Race on Texas. We thank you for joining the broadcast. And I'll tell you what, we have got Anthony here tonight as program director for all that, and maintenance engineer and chief cook and bottle washer. I think just about everything, but Man, he's got 6 cameras to watch over tonight, so the action's going to be fast and furious. So really looking forward to a great broadcast for you folks tuned in on Race on Texas. All right, our flagman is showing them the 1 to go. So the 121 machine being scored as the 2 on your scoreboard out there. Billy White out of Temple, Texas. In second is the 51 of Richard Brooker out of South Lake. I said Richard Garland earlier, but that was wrong. It's actually Richard Brooker, I believe. And then the 44 machine. All right, here we go. We're out of turn number 4. Jason Lowe, that's a 94. Jason Lowe in the third spot there. And then Gregory Payne has worked his way up to the 4th spot. So if he can hang on, maybe he can get a good finish for his fans out there. 121 machine, Billy White still hanging on to the lead here as we put lap number 5 in the books. And go to work on lap number 6. 51 of Richard Brooker still in that 2nd spot. Jason Lowe still hanging in 3rd, trying to get a nose on him. Man, he gets a good run through the bottom of 4. Looks like he is going to put Brooker in the 3rd spot. You can put that the 94 of Lowe in. No, you can put him in 1st now as he overtakes the leader down the backstretch. They are 3 cars. You can so close you put a blanket over them to go into turn number 3. However, Brooker has to step out of it to avoid contact. So that is going to leave the 94 machine of Jason Lowe out front. Jason Lowe, your leader. The 121 machine of Billy White in 2nd. Richard Brooker in the 3rd spot. And then fan favorite Gregory Payne in the 4th spot. And it is going to be Lowe with the win. Billy White in the 2nd spot. And then Richard Brooker in 3rd. And Gregory Payne coming home in the 4th spot. So good racing action there in heat race number 3. Heat race number 4 on deck now. This one brought to you by BH Promotions. The 48, Joshua Lewis out of Shawnee, Oklahoma, going to be your pole setter. The 47, Keith Leisher out of Temple, Texas on the outside. Row number 2, the 12, Robert Smith out of Cypress, Texas. And the 171, Tim Ellis out of Moody. Row number 3, the 46C, that's Matt Trio. He's here from Mapleton, Minnesota. That's a pretty long haul to get down here, Mapleton, Minnesota. Another car from Shawnee, Oklahoma, the 18F, Sean Lewis. Row number 4 on the inside, it's the 2 of Blaze Payne out of Temple. Then all the way from Lyman, Colorado, Doug Darling drives a 33C. So 8 cars, 8 laps of distance here in heat race number 4, brought to you by BH Promotions. All right, Joshua Lewis, Keith Leisher, your front row. Here they roll off into turn number 4. They're looking for that green flag. Our flagman says, let's go racing, boys, and they do. And a little squirrely on the start there, but everybody able to get rolling. 47 of Leisher going to be your leader. Looks like we've got the 12 car of Robert Smith trying to work his way up there in a battle for that 2nd spot with the 48 and the 171. The 48 machine of Joshua Lewis and 171 Tim Ellis. Meanwhile, out front, 47 of Keith Leisher walking away from the battle there for a second. Now the 48 of Joshua Lewis has got clear of the field and is solidly in the 2nd spot. We got a good battle there for 3rd between the 171 and the number 12. All right, the 171 up to the inside of the 48 to go off into turn number 3, making a bid for that 3rd spot, and he gets it as the 48 goes high and loses 3 spots through 3 and 4. So you can put the 171 machine of Tim Ellis in the 2nd spot. Good battle there between the 12 of Robert Smith and I believe that is the 12 machine of Robert Smith, and the 33C of Doug Darling. And they are in a battle back there for that 3rd spot. Looks like The 33C of Darling out of Lyman, Colorado has secured that third spot. Goes to work on the 171 for second. Meanwhile, out front, that number 47 car's got his sea legs under him. No more slip, no more slide. He is definitely a rocket sled on rails, and he comes around and take 2 to go. 2 more laps to go for your leader. 171 under assault from that 33C as they make their way through 3 and 4. Looks like, or 1 and 2, the 171 gets a good run off of 2. Going to hold off that 33 one more time. White flag for this time by. Door-to-door battle between the 33C of Doug Darling and the 171 of Tim Ellis. And here comes your leader, the 47. Oh, got one spun over there in turn number 2, but that's still going to get the race underway or wrapped up. 171 going to finish second, the 33C third. So good racing action there in heat race number 4 for your Verse Dwarf cars. All right, looks like we've got one heat race coming up for your Lone Star 600 restrictor class. We've only got 4 entries in this one. They will not run an A main, so how they finish in this heat race will line them up for tomorrow. On the pole, out of Quinlan, Texas, driving a B2 machine, Carson Bolden. On the outside, Midlothian, Texas, driver Tory Tyer in the number 12. Row number 2 on the inside, the 4. Jude Allgaier out of El Campo, Texas, and the number 5, Owen Halpane out of Leander. So 4 of your Lone Star 600 restrictors ready to get underway here tonight. Oh, the 48 machine. Having a little power loss problem over there and getting an assist from one of our track infield workers. And we are scheduled to have 4 cars in the lineup here for this 600 restrictor class. Looks like we're missing one of those. Looks like we've got the B2 on the front row, the 4 who's supposed to be. So it looks like we're missing the 12 of Tory Tyer. So the 4 has moved to the outside of the front row. And then number 5 of Quinn Halpin out of Leander going to round out your field. All right, here we go. Looking for the green flag as they go through 3 and 4. They're picking up the pace already, getting anxious, getting ready to go. You see the lights out over there in turn number 3, letting them know it's time to go racing. And here we go. Green flag's in the air, and this one's underway. Carson Bolden jumping to the early lead through 1 and 2. The number 4 machine, Jude Allgaier, in the second spot. In third, Halpin. Out front, they run through the low side of 3 and 4. Good smooth run through 3 and 4. It's still Bolden out front, Allgaier in second, with Halpin bringing up the rear. And those wings really help these cars get a good grip through the track. And Bolden still with the lead over the number 2 machine of Allgaier. Looks like he is starting to stretch out that lead now. Working on a half a straightaway distance between himself and the second place car as the laps continue to work. It is Carson Bolden coming around to put lap number 3 in the books. All right, Carson Bolden. Really got a good setup on that number B2 machine. It comes around and takes 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go for the B4 of Carson, or the B2 machine of Carson Bolden. Bolden with a good fast line through 3 and 4 comes down the front stretch, and the white flag comes out. He's got 1 more lap to go. Number 4 machine, Jude Allgaier out of El Campo, Texas. Trying to hang on there in the second spot, but losing ground, almost 3/4 straightaway distance between them now as your leader comes out of turn number 4. It's going to be Carson Bolden with the win. In second, going to be the 4 of Jude Allgaier. And in third is going to be the number 5 of Quinn Halpin. All right, we have round one of qualifying heat races for the Mod Lights coming up next. We're going to have 8 heat races, and these will be lined up by the way they drew in. The way they drew in tonight. Once again, we're going to have 2 rounds of heat races just for the Mod Lights tonight. This first one brought to you by East Texas Awnings. On the pole, the 0-2, Logan Brown out of White Bluff, Tennessee. On the outside, the number 99, Derek Knutson out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Row number 2, 99 JR Machine, Rick Henry out of Pearland, Texas to 54, Shane Clement out of Bonham. Row number 3, it's a 626 of Jason Reeves out of Baytown, Texas to 59, James Stunkel out of Glendale. Row number 4, the LR8, Ronnie Choate out of Cookville, Tennessee. The 41 JR, Joe Butler Jr. out of Cleveland, Texas. So we've got 8 of the Mod Lights ready to go here in heat race number 1, brought to you by East Texas Awnings, and they're looking for the green flag. The 0-2 machine, Logan Brown out of Tennessee, gonna get them started off. Knutson working the middle groove there, loses a little bit of ground. Now he recovers well, going to try to do a cross and not able to get the grip, and it's still the 0-2 of Brown out front. In second is that number 99 of Knutson, being pressured now by the 54, Shane Clement, Bonham, Texas driver. Long-time racer here in the DFW area. Number 0-2 machine of Logan Brown has really found a groove that works well for that car, and he has stretched out already about a 3/4 car length lead over the rest of the field. Good battle there between Shane Clement and Knutson for that second spot. In fourth, looks like, well, I thought there was a battle shaping up. Looked like that car's going to fall back. Out front, the 0-2. Stretching out the lead. The 54 Clement in second, Knutson in third. 59, James Stunkel in the 4th spot, I believe that is. Oh, yeah, well, he was until here comes the number. I don't know what number that is. Not sure what number that is. We'll see if we can get a scoreboard on that. But out front, this race well in hand by Logan Brown. He has got a straightaway lead now over the second place car, Shane Clement. Good looking number 54 ride. In third is the 8 machine. That must be the LR8 of Ronnie Choate out of Cookville, Tennessee. And he has taken away that 3rd spot from the 99 of Knutson. White flag, no, 2 to go for your leader this time by. 2 to go this time by. The 626 of Rivas starting to put pressure on that number 99 of Knutson. Look like he might have made a little contact as he rolled into turn number 1. They're door to door down the backstretch off into turn number 3. The leader goes by to take 1 to go, and looks like Rivas going to get wrestled that 4th spot away from Knutson. Checkered flags in the air. It is going to be Logan Brown with the win. In second, Shane Clement. In third, it is the LR8 of Ronnie Choate, and then Rivas in the 4th spot. Knutson rounding out your top 5. So they'll come back a little bit later with the field inverted and run a second round of qualifiers. What we will do is add all of the points up and see who comes out with the most passing points after they've run both rounds, and see who comes out on top. All right, heat race number 2 brought to you by Williams Custom Plumbing. So Williams Custom Plumbing, heat race number 2, going to line up like this to 50, Zach Forster out of Bakersfield, California. That's a pretty long haul, Bakersfield, California, out there in the desert lands at the bottom of Tehachapi Pass. Zach Foster out of Bakersfield, California in the 50. Out of Fort Worth, Texas, John Thiel in the number 9. Row number 2 out of Houston, a little bit closer, the 41, Willie Veach Jr., the B51. Johnny Brown out of Orange, Texas. Row number 3, the 44, Joseph McIntyre out of Cleveland. 87M, Dalton Hill out of Wilburn, Arkansas. Row number 4, it's the 99J, Josh May. He's out of Des Moines, Iowa. And the 1JR, Justin Kindernecht out of Salina, Kansas. Row number 5, all by himself. Shotgun on the field, the 22W, William Cantrell. He comes to us from Memphis, Tennessee. All right, green flags in the air, and we are underway. Bakersfield, California driver came here with his race face in place, and he got the whole shot as a yellow comes out. We're going to rack them up and try this one more time. Not sure what maybe they just didn't like the start. So we'll line them back up and try this one more time. We'll see if our Bakersfield, California driver, Zach Forster, can get the jump on the field again. Number 9 machine, John Thiel, out of Fort Worth. They're on the outside. Going to be ready to, and he's going to be expecting that jump as they come out of turn number 4. We'll see if he's a little better prepared this time by. All right, once again, this is heat race number 2 for your Mod Lights. First round of heat races for this division. And this one brought to you by Williams Custom Plumbing. All right, we're going to try this one more time. Coming down to turn number 4. We're back on the gas and back underway. And wow, 3 wide in a battle there for a second as they come out of turn number 2. They sort that out real quick. It's still the number 50 of Forster out front. Oh, no. Oh, no, and your leader loops it in front of the field in the water's part. Everybody avoids contact, but looked like there might have been a little trouble there for, not sure, that is the 87M maybe. So we go back under caution with still, I believe, no laps complete. Well, that made a short run for the number 50 of Zach Forrester out of Bakersfield, California. He went from hero to zero all in one turn. All right. Wrecker's over here working in turn number 4 to get that number. I believe that is the 87 of Dalton Hill out of Wilburn, Arkansas. He went over there and had a little heart-to-heart talk with that big tractor tire. Hopefully they got some things straight. Great shots here from Race on Texas as Anthony showing us. Oh, look at that shot of the drone shot of the cars from the air up there. That is a great shot. Lots of good camera work, lots of good camera action here from Race on Texas tonight. All right, so it looks like it's going to be a full restart. Zach Forster out of Bakersfield, once again your pulse hitter, number 9 of Thiel on the outside. And they head off down the backstretch. They'll be looking for that light. It goes to blinking. And now it goes out. That lets the drivers know we're ready to go racing. Here they go, picking up the pace off into turn number 3. Looking for that green flag out of turn number 4. Nose to nose, tail to tail. Here we go, back to racing. The 41W. 41W machine of Willie Veach Jr. on the outside. Gets the jump out of turn number 2, takes the lead, puts the number 50 car of Forster in the second spot. In third is the 44 Joseph McIntyre. As they roll out of turn number 4, McIntyre being pressured by, caution on the speedway once again. Got a car spun to a stop over here in the top of turn number 1. I believe that is that 44 machine of Joseph McIntyre. No, it is not the 44 machine of Joseph McIntyre. So we'll get them racked and stacked and try to get them underway again. Looks like still no laps complete. 22, the car spinning over there in turn number 1. That is William Cantrell out of Memphis, Tennessee. Graceland land, I guess is what you'd call that. Elvis Land, yeah. 6th Street. No, Beale Street. Beale Street in Memphis, isn't it? Okay. You can tell I'm not up on my music, so. All right. Looks like Looks like our driver may be going to give him one to go this time by. Yes, he is. One to go. Still on heat race number 2. Still no laps in the books. Still brought to you by Williams Custom Plumbing. So the good thing about that is Williams Custom Plumbing gets a lot of airtime. The bad time is this is the third time to try to get this one underway. So we'll see how we do. All right. Bakersfield, California driver Zach Forster going to lead him off once again. He's got the 41 machine. Willie Veach on the outside. Green flags in the air. Forster staying toe-to-toe, door-to-door with that 41 until they get into turn number 1. Then the 41 gets a good run through the top side there. He takes the lead, puts Forster in second. Here comes that number 51 of Johnny Brown. Johnny Brown now working to the inside of the number 50. The 44 machine in the 4th spot. And still a good door-to-door battle between the 51 and the 50 as they go down the backstretch. It's Bakersfield, California against Orange, Texas. Looks like Bakersfield holding off Orange now. The 51 machine gets a good run off of 2, goes back up door-to-door as they go off into turn number 3. Forster drives it deep off into turn number. Oh, a little slide job out of B51 machine of Johnny Brown on that number 50 of Forster, and he gets that second spot. Forster falls to third. The 44 machine of McIntyre still back there in 4th. Meanwhile, out front, the 41W of Willie Veach trying to separate himself from the crowd. 51. B51 Johnny Brown trying to reel him in as they make their way down the backstretch. Good battle brewing back there between the 99 and the 44. Josh May in the 99 out of Des Moines, Iowa. A name that rings a bell with me for the Super National Mod Lite A-Main. I think he did really well in that. All right, 2 to go. Being shown our leader, that 41W of Willie Veach. Veach makes his way down the backstretch. Looks like that number 51 machine of Johnny Brown reeling him in, but he's going to run out of time if he doesn't hurry. We've got 1 lap to go this time by. Veach with 1 more lap to go. Gets a good smooth run through the middle of 1 and 2. Heads off down the backstretch. That 51 trying to reel him in as they go off into turn number 3. Veach with a good smooth run through the middle of 3 and 4. Going to hang on and get the win. The 51, B51 in second, 50 in third. 99 and 4th. So good racing action here. We finally once we got it started, man, just went ahead and finished it. So third time was definitely a charm on that one. All right, heat race number 4 on deck now. It is the BSB Manufacturing heat race. On the pole, the 174, Mark Asher out of Highlands, Texas. On his outside, all the way from Pleasant Hill, Missouri, Ed Griggs in the 47. Run number 2, the 22K, Kyle Demo out of Fulton, New York. Man, that's a long ways to drive. That might even be farther than Bakersfield. Oh, I'm sorry. I was on the wrong heat. Excuse me. I was giving you a little preview of what's coming up. All right, heat race number 3, you're brought to you by Lizard Pit Lights, the 47S. Corey Sonner out of Huxley, Iowa, the 17H. Chance Hull, very, very fast car. Keep your eye on him out of Burleson. Run number 2, the 154, Todd Looney, the 18G. R.J. Gonzalez out of Kelowna, Illinois. Run number 3, the 18, Blake Wilson out of Mableville, Arkansas. The X50, Joel Huggins out of Des Moines, Iowa. Run number 4, the 94, Brandy Myers out of Mesa, Arizona. 97, Steve Bender out of Chandler, Arizona. And run number 5, the 22H, Bobby Hill out of Wilburn, Arkansas. All right, looks like the 17H of Chance Hull going to get the jump, and that's no surprise. But we do go under caution, a little contact between a couple of cars. They make their way out of turn number 2. Corey Schooner, one of those cars. Huxley, Iowa driver in that 47S. So we're going to line them up and try this one more time. Once again, this heat race number 3 brought to you by Lizard Pit Lights. Lizard Pit Lights. And if you see all those bright lights over there in the pits, most of those are probably Lizard Pit lights, because those things light up the area around those race car trailers like daylight. And I believe they're LEDs as well. So, all right, looking for the start again. 47F, Corey Sonner on the pole. Chance Hull on the outside. Can Chance Hull get the jump again on Sonner as they come out of turn number 4? Yes, he does. Oh, Chance Hull gets a little bit loose coming out of 2, but he doesn't care. He keeps his foot in it, keeps it rolling. And still Chance Hull out front in second. Looks like it's going to be the number 18 machine. 18G, RJ Gonzalez out of Kelowna, Illinois, being pressured by the yellow cars. They make their way off into turn number 3. And that is the number 50, X50, Joel Huggins out of Des Moines, Iowa. Chance Hull and a good-looking number 17 starting to pull away from the field there as they make their way around. The 18 machine of Gonzalez being pressured heavily now by the X50 of Joel Huggins for that second spot. Huggins trying to get a nose under, couldn't quite make it work. And we've got the 47S of Corey Scooter in the 4th spot. Chance Hull still leads him as he takes lap number 4, puts that one in the books. Hull with a good lead over the battle going on for second there. It looks like that number 50 of Huggins has been able to wrestle that second spot away from the 18G of Gonzalez. And your leader, Chance Hull, putting a lap on that number 54 car down the backstretch. Number 50 machine of Huggins in the second spot, now going to try to set his sights on your leader and run him down. 6 laps in the books, 2 to go this time by. Chance Hull down the backstretch, good fast pace, got that number 17 car right for the flight. Real fast run through 3 and 4, comes around, takes the white flag for 1 more lap to go. Huggins trying to run him down, not sure he's going to be able to get that done. Good battle going on back there for the 3rd spot. It's the 18 machine of Gonzalez, was being pressured by the 47, but looks like Gonzalez was able to pull away. Your leader, or your winner, is going to be the 17 of Chance Hull. In second is the number 51 of Joel Huggins. In third is the 18 of Gonzalez. All right, that heat race that I was telling you about a little bit ago, well, now it's time to run it. The heat race number 4, the BSB manufacturing heat race. On the pole, going to be the 174 of Mark Asher out of Highlands, Texas. On his outside, the 47, Ed Griggs from Pleasant Hill, Missouri. The number 2, the 22K Kyle Demo out of Fulton, New York. The 444 machine, Charles Armstrong, the 3rd out of Joshua, Texas. Row number 3, the 46, that's Dawson Fisher from Houston. The 04, Joseph Penny out of Danbury. Row number 4, the 9C, Riley Clem out of Bakersfield, California. And the 4U of Michael Fay out of Buckeye, Arizona. So we got Texas, New York, California, and Arizona, and Missouri represented in this BSB manufacturing heat race number 4. All right. The 174, Mark Asher, your pole setter. The 47, Ed Griggs on his outside. And we're looking for the green flag as they come out of turn number 4. Looks like the field is set and we're ready to go. Flagman says, let's go racing. And looks like the Pleasant Hills, Missouri driver, Ed Griggs, going to get the advantage coming out of turn number 2 down the backstretch. Put the 174 Mark Asher in second. And in third, it looked like it's going to be the 22 machine of Kyle Demo. Oh, Demo being overtaken by that number 9. 9C Roddy Clem out of Bakersfield, California. Meanwhile, out front, the 47, Ed Griggs, starting to pull away from the field, leaving on the battle there for second. Number 9 machine still trying to work his way forward. Now Riley Clem out of Bakersfield putting the pressure on the 174 Mark Asher in the battle for that second. Going to try to make it 3 wide through turn 3. And it is the number 9 of Clem grabbing that second spot, actually. Out front, it is still the number 47 Machine of Ed Griggs. He's got about a half a straight of a lead over the number 9. Good battle there between the 46 and the 22. 46 Dawson Fisher, the 22 Kyle Demo. That is your battle for the third spot. All right. 5 laps in the books, 3 to go this time by. It's still the 47 Ed Griggs out front, trying to be reeled in by the number 9 C of Riley Clem. Oh, no, we got a car slow rolling through the top of turn number 4 with 2 to go as they go by, and that is going to bring out a caution. So we've got a car slow rolling to the top. Looks like he lost power. And so they will have to get him out of harm's way so we can get everybody rack stacked and ready to go again. The 47, Clem, your leader. The number 9 Machine. The 47 of Griggs, your leader. Number 9 of Clem in the second spot. And then I believe it is the 46 of Dawson Fisher in third. So good racing action here so far. And heat race number 4 brought to you by BSB Manufacturing. Be a good chance to run down to the concession stand, grab you a hamburger or a hot dog, something cold to drink. Lots of good food, lots of good eats down there. They even got the adult beverage shack over there just to the south of that if you'd like to go over there and get you something with a little more punch to it, something to calm your nerves a little maybe. So be sure and take every opportunity you get to visit down there and grab those good eats and drinks while you're here at Heart of Texas Speedway. All right, looks like we're about ready to get back underway. The 47 Ed Griggs out of Pleasant Hill, Missouri, your leader. Number 9 Machine of Riley Clem in the second spot. And Clem going to try to reel in your leader. A little bit easier with a little bit better start that time. And it looks like the 47-9 going to pull away as they make their way down the back stretch off into turn number 3. 46 Machine of Dawson Fisher hanging on to the third spot as your leader. Just took the white flag for 1 to go. This will be the winning lap here. The number 9 driving it deep off into turn number 3, trying to get an advantage. That's still going to be the 47 of Griggs with the win. The 9 of Clem in second. The 46 of Fisher in the third spot. So good racing action there in heat race number 4. For your Mod Lights. Heat race number 5 on deck now. This one brought to you by North Texas Mod Lights. On the pole, the 19, Chris Dana out of Lumberton, Texas. The 4G, Ben George out of Altoona, Iowa. Row number 2, the 3A, Charles Armstrong Jr. out of Joshua, Texas. The 22, Christopher Buxton out of Lumberton. Row number 3 is the 4, Eddie Kraft out of Jacksonville, Texas. The B10, Blake Cunningham out of Lumberton. For number 4, the 3, Taylor Hunter out of Deer Park, Texas. The 94M Machine of James Rollins from Arkadelphia, Arkansas. Once again, this is heat race number 5 for your Mod Lights, brought to you by North Texas Mod Lights. And this is the first round of heat races for the Mod Light division. We will run 8 heat races for these guys, the lineup the way they checked in, and then we'll come up back a little bit later and invert the field for the starts on 8 more. You see the drone making its way down the front stretch there, following the cars, and great footage being shot tonight by Race on Texas from the drones and up here on the stand as well. So great coverage by Race on Texas. All right, green flag's in the air, and we got this one underway. Chris Dana, Ben George going at it tooth and toe down into turn number 1. Looks like the number 4, Ben George, going to get the advantage as they roll off down the backstretch off into turn number 3. Charles Armstrong trying to make a move on. 19 as he gets it done through 3 and 4. Put Armstrong in the third spot. In second is that number 9. Oh, we got one pulling to the infield. Looks like the 94, James Rollins. 22 is the car in the second spot. Christopher Buxton trying to hold off that 3 machine of Armstrong. Armstrong keeping the pressure up as they go down into turn number 3. Going to try to dive under. And he does get a good strong run through the lower groove there on 3 and 4. Put Armstrong in second. Out front, it is the number 4G of Ben George. Armstrong in second. Buxton in the third spot. All right, the number 4 machine, Ben George out of Altoona, Iowa. Make it look easy out front, holding off the number 3 machine of Armstrong. Armstrong hanging tough there in second, but not gaining any ground in third. Still, that number 22 machine of Christopher Buxton. All right, 2 laps to go this time by for the number 4G of Ben George. And the number 3 has stepped up the pressure. And he's going to try to make a move to the inside, do a slider. Can George double back under and get it back down the front stretch? Oh, looks like Armstrong held him off. 1 lap to go for your leaders. Armstrong leads through 3 and 4. 1 and 2 down the backstretch off into turn number 3. Armstrong with a definite lead coming out of turn number 4. It's going to be Armstrong Jr. with the win. Ben George in second. Number 22 machine of Christopher Buxton in third. And then we got the 19 machine of Chris Dana. That completes heat race number 5. Heat race number 6 on deck now. All right, heat race number 6 brought to you by Race on Texas. Row number 1 on the pole, the 31, Gage Rains out of Searcy, Arkansas. The 95, Colin Bender out of Chandler, Arizona. Row number 2, the 121, Joshua Sousa out of Highlands, Texas. The 64, Randy Bryan out of Ames. Row number 3, the 20, Alan Nepper. The K9, Kevin Simpkins out of Beebe, Arkansas. Row number 4, the 94 KB, Paul McCollett out of Arkadelphia, Arkansas. And the 12 of Corey Babbitt out of Channelview. 8 more of your mod lights ready to get underway in this Race on Texas heat race number 6. Gage Rains out of Searcy, Arkansas, looking for that green flag. Going to get us started off. Green flag's in the air, and we are underway. Chandler, Arizona driver Colin Bender looks like he gets the advantage. They come out of 2. Oh, 64 gets his nose smashed up into turn number 4 there and has to back out of it. That's Paul McCollett out of Arkadelphia, Arkansas. Went up to the third spot all the way from the back, so we'll see if he continues to march forward. Out front, it looks like it is the number 95, Colin Bender, the Chandler, Arizona driver, taking over the lead, or hanging on to the lead. The 31 Gage Rains out of Searcy, Arkansas, hanging on to second. 64 machine, Randy Bryan in the third spot. Good racing action here in heat race number 6. And a challenge for the lead as they make their way out of 2. Bryan pulls that number 31 to the inside of the 95 of Bender, but looks like Bender going to barely hold him off as he crosses the line, but look out. Here comes that 64 of Randy Bryan. Bryan going to move to the inside of the 95 machine, take that second spot. He goes to work on your leader, Gage Rains. Here comes the 20, going to try to put a slide job on the inside on all of them. And not able to make that work, but for one car, puts the 95 back and forth, put that 20 machine up in the second spot. That's Alan Nepper. 2 laps to go for your leader. 2 laps to go for your leader. Oh, the 20 trying to put a slider on the 64. Not able to make it stick. Got one spinning over here out of turn number 4. We'll see if he can get it fired back up. Caution. Caution on the speedway. All right, so we're going to rack them, stack them one more time. Looks like the let's see who they put back out front. I believe that is the drone flying low over there down the backstretch on the inside, taking a look at the cars as they go by. And look at that drone footage on Race on Texas. My goodness. He follows them out of turn number 4 down the front stretch. Good looking footage. Race on Texas really has this covered well tonight, and they're doing a great job. All right. 31. Gauge range. Searcy, Arkansas driver still back out front. The 64 machine, Randy Bryan out of Ames, Iowa. They're on the second row on the inside. Here they come, rolling out of turn number 4, looking for that green flag. Green flag's in the air, and we got this one underway. That 20 car, Alan Nepper, really putting the pressure, driving the wheels off that car, trying to work his way forward. Started back on the third row inside, up in the third spot now. 64 machine, Randy Bryan, trying to keep the pressure up on your leader. Gauge range. Range so far been able to hold off. Oh, contact by the 20 as they go into turn number 3 on the 31. Upsets the car just a little bit, but he gathers it back up. But it is going to be the 31 with the win. I'm sorry, the 64 with the win. Randy Bryan, the 31 in second. And I believe the 64 in the third spot. 20 in the third spot. I'm sorry. Alan Nepper coming home in the third spot. Whew, man, that was wild and western. Heat race number 7 coming up next. Leader Race Cars, your race sponsor for heat race number 7. 44W Williams Lee out of White House, Texas, going to be your pole sitter. The Z car, Mike Zimmo Jr. out of Davenport, Iowa, on the outside. Row number 2, the 19R, Justin Root out of Danbury, Texas. And number 10, Jerry Holtman out of Joshua. Row number 3, the 5X, Cody Benoit out of Buckingham, Florida. And the 46X of Dylan Rafferty out of Kansas City, Missouri. Row number 4, the 22D, Dylan Dunn out of Citra Springs, Florida. And the 17 of Jeremy Buxton out of Lumberton. So 8 more of your Mod Lights ready to get underway here in heat race number 7, brought to you by Leader Race Cars. All right, Williams Lee on the pole, gets a good shot off the start there. Number Z of Mike Zimmo. Wow, that Z car gets a real good strong run through 1 and 2 and takes the lead and blasts off into 3. Several car lengths ahead of that battle between the 4 cars for that second spot. Looks like the 46 of Dylan Rafferty out of Kansas City, Missouri, hanging on to the second spot. Williams Lee, your pole setter, falling back to third now, and he is being wrestled by the number 19 R of Dustin Rude. Out front, the 46 machine of Rafferty trying to reel in your leader. The number Z machine of Mike Zimmo out of Davenport, Iowa. Zimmo able to hold him off so far. Got about a 1 car length advantage as they go down the backstretch off into turn number 3. And Rafferty taking a look to the inside. Got a nose under as they cross the line here on lap number 4. Oh, and the number 46 machine gets the advantage. Rafferty takes the lead down the backstretch. Zimmo falls to second. In third is the number 19 machine. That is Dustin Rude. Cody Benoit, Cody Benoit out of Buckingham, Florida, in that 4th spot. And once that 46 machine got past the leader, man, he really has set sail. The Z machine of Mike Zemo is still in second, but he is about a straightaway behind your leader now. 19 machine in the 3rd spot, the 5 machine in the 4th, Cody Benoit. All right, checkered flags in the air. Here they come out of turn number 4. It is going to be the 46 with the win. The Z car in second, 19 in third, 5 in fourth, and a 44 coming home fifth. All right, heat race number 8 on deck now. Fisher Motorsports, your sponsor for this heat race number 8. 74A, Paul Albin out of Hot Springs, Arkansas. 48G, Austin Gray out of Story City, Iowa, on the outside. Row number 2, the 14C, Cam Perry out of Lincoln, Arkansas. The 89 of Jeff Youngblood out of Alvin, Texas. Row number 3 to 6X, Kyle Berry out of Crosby, Texas. The 192, Christopher Harrington out of Lufkin. Row number 4, the 56B, Cameron Bean out of Arkadelphia, Arkansas on the 0. Kevin Carl out of Port Neches, Texas. All right, down into turn number 3 they go. Your leader as they come out of turn number 4 for the lap number 1, going to be the 48G machine of Austin Gray. In second is the number 89 of Jeff Youngblood. I don't know where that 48 come from on the scoreboard out there. Your leader out of turn number 4. Oh, okay, the 48 is your leader. The 48 is your leader. I'm sorry. Austin Gray, your leader. The 89 Jeff Youngblood in second. The number 19 machine, Christopher Harrington in third. Lap number 4 in the books, halfway home. That number 48 setting a very fast pace out front. Big lead now over the second place car. The 89 of Jeff Youngblood. 192 Christopher Harrington in the third spot. 5 laps down, 3 to go. And it is a runaway by the 48G of Austin Gray out front with a big lead, almost a straightaway lead now over the 89. And your leader going to go this time by. Kevin Carl in the 0 car up to the 4th spot there, trying to run down that 192. Meanwhile, the win goes to the 48G of Austin Gray. In second, the 89 of Jeff Youngblood. In third, the 19 machine. 192 of Christopher Harrington and 0 Kevin Carl rounding out your top 4. Well, that is going to wrap it up for round number 1 of the heat races for the Mod Lights. All right, looks like we got 2 heat races for the 600 non-wing micros. B21, Caden McCreary out of Terrell going to be your pole setter. Chipper Wood out of Kennendale in the 47 on the outside. Row number 2 to 22, Scott Hyde out of Greenville. The 12, Jason Tyre out of Ovilla. Row number 3, the 1X, Daryl Stanford out of Houston. The 12X, Jacob Ewing out of Forney. Row number 4, the 32, William Hadley out of Plantersville, Texas. The 29D, Mike Walling out of Baytown. And looks like we got 6 of the 8 scheduled to start on the track. So here we go. Green flag's in the air, and we are underway. Caution on the speedway. Whoa, Nelly. Caution on the speedway. All right, the B21, Caden McCreary, going to get them started off again, the 47 machine of Chipper Wood. All right, here they come out of turn number 4. Here we go. We're going to try this one more time. Green flag's in the air. We are racing. All right, looks like Caden McCreary got the lead. It is McCreary with the lead. All right, number 12 car is the second place. That is Jason Tyre. Out front, it's still the B21 and Caden McCreary. Number 12 machine there in the second spot. Chipper Wood falling back to fourth now as that number 12 machine of try to figure out which one of those cars is a 12X. All right, out front, it's still Caden McCreary with a good strong lead as they take 2 to go, 2 more laps to go. The green number 12 trying to race him, running down over there going to turn number 3. And white flag, 1 more lap to go. All right, for the win out of turn number 4, it's going to be Caden McCreary, the green and black number 12 in second, the other number 12 in the third, and then the 47 of Chipper Wood in the fourth spot. Not sure which one of those cars. Jason Tyre drives 12 and Jacob Ewing in the 12X. Heat race number 2 on deck now for your 600 non-winged micros. The 1, BP White, Temple, Texas. I believe that's Paul White. 38, Carson Batterby out of Houston. Run number 2, the 3TX, Caden Mitchell out of Rockwall. The 30, Jacob Barton out of West. Run number 3, the 110, Carter Batterby out of Houston. The 117, Todd Joette out of Spring. Run number 4, the 2L, Christopher Larson out of Round Rock. And the 01, Colby Stanford out of Waco. Eight laps of distance as we get ready to get underway. I got you. All right, Paul White, or BP White it says on the pole. And that number 1 car, Carson Batterby on the outside. They'll be looking for the start this time by. Looks like we have all 8 cars present and accounted for the start of this one. Oh, no. All right. Green flag's in the air. We got this one underway. Oh, 38. 38 is your leader. That is Carson Batterby. In second, I believe, is Paul White. In third, as we roll out of turn number 4. Oh, that is not Paul White. That is the 3TX of Caden Mitchell. So the 38 of Battery out front. Mitchell in second. All right, let's see the 39, 30 machine, maybe a Jacob Barton, not sure. 2 laps to go for Batterby. 2 laps to go. Caden Mitchell and the 3TX falls to third spot there. All right, out of turn number 4 for the win. It is Batterby in second. All right, we had some difficulty on the transponders on that one, so didn't quite get the lineup right. All right, Pro Dwarf cars coming up next. Got 4 heat races. The MPI going to be your sponsor for heat race number 1 to 16, John Roan. Your pole setter, 25, Dylan Budnick on the outside. Run number 2, the 42P, Blake Patterson. The 81, Dylan Spring. Run number 3, the 44A, Tyler Rodriguez out of Phoenix, Arizona. 33C, Ed Griggs out of Pleasant Hill, Missouri. And row number 4, the 70J, James Kane out of Whitney. All right, here we go. Heat race number 1 brought to you by MPI, underway for the Pro Dwarf cars. Dylan Budnick going to jump to the lead off into turn number 1, but then he is being challenged as they come out of 2. He gets a good run out of 2, takes the lead down the backstretch. Looks like the number 16, John Roan, going to hang on to second, but he has got the pressure being put on by the 81 machine of Dylan Spring. Spring now being pressured by the 42P of Blake Patterson. Patterson going to roll low through 3 and 4, going to get that third spot away from the 81. Put Patterson in third. Out front, it's still that number 25 of Budnick out front. The 16 machine of John Roan hanging on to that second spot. Patterson in third, the 81 machine of Spring falling back to fourth. Budnick doing a good job out front. Got to running a good smooth line all the way around the track, about the middle groove, and maintaining the distance. Here comes a move by Patterson on a 16 machine of John Roan, trying to make a move to the inside. Got a nose under. Roan holds him off. Out front, Budnick still picking them up, putting them down, maintaining about a 8-car length lead over the second place car, the 16. John Roan trying to hold off the hard charge there from the 42P of Patterson. Blake Patterson making a move to the inside. Not able to get the drive off that he needs to hang on to the side-by-side battle ahead, going through 1 and 2. And Budnick going to take the white flag, one more lap to go. John Roan in second, still being pressured by the 42 of Patterson. Patterson got one more chance to make a run at him as they come out of turn number 4. Budnick with the win. Roan in second, Patterson third. And that is the way it's going to wrap up. Heat race number 2 for your Pro Dwarf cars coming up next. Mayfield Transportation, your sponsor. 22C, Coy Moore out of Leander, Texas, your pole setter. The 11T, Paul White out of Waco. Oh, okay. Row number 2 on the inside of 63D, Dalton Hatton out of Craig, Colorado. The 1K, Keegan Moore out of Leander. Row number 3 to 282, Yuri Tulchin out of Granbury. And the 555 of Brian Benedict on the outside, rounding out your field. And row number 4, the 81X of just Dusty Jager out of Peoria, Arizona. Good looking race cars out there on the field. Getting ready to take this green flag. Heat race number 2 brought to you by Mayfield Transportation for your Pro Dwarf cars. Seven cars on the lineup for this heat race number 2. Looks like all cars are present and accounted for. Lights are out over in turn number 3, letting us know we're going to go racing. Your pole setter, Coy Moore. Paul White on the outside. Oh, man. Good, strong move. It looks like Paul White going to get the jump down the backstretch. Hang on to the lead off into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, it's going to be Paul White with the lead. 22C Coy Moore in second, and in third is that 63 of Dalton Hatton. Keegan Moore in the 1K trying to work his way up through the field there in the 4th spot, trying to take a look to the inside of the 63. Dalton Hatton as they go down the front stretch. Paul White being challenged up front by the 22C of Coy Moore. Moore trying to keep the pressure up, trying to get that car to work on the lower groove so he can get by, not able to get it done. Paul White holds him off for another lap. Lap 3 in the books. Paul White down into turn number 3 out of 4, still holding off the number 22 of Coy Moore. 63 of Hatton trying to reel those top 2 cars in. Moore still trying to make it work on the inside of Paul White. Can't get it done. He follows him in the tracks through 3 and 4. It's still Paul White in the lead here on lap number 5. Oh, it looks like the 1K of Keegan Moore is off the pace and falling back as the battle for the lead is heating up with 2 to go. Oh, man, a slide job on Paul White by the 22 of Coy Moore. Puts Moore into the lead down the backstretch. Looks like Paul going to pay him back with a slide job out of turn number 4, and Paul leads that lap by half a car length across the line. And here comes a 63 machine of Dalton Hatton making it a 3-way battle, 3 wide for the lead, and they all make contact. Paul White comes out smelling like a rose, takes the win. Hatton in second. Coy Moore in the 3rd spot. And the 555 Brian Benedict coming home in fourth. Wow, that got exciting right there at the end. That could have really ended pretty bad, but somehow they were able to bump and go, and a good finish there. Paul White coming home with the win. Leads that lap by half a car length across the line. And here comes a 63 Machina, Dalton, Hatton, making this a three-way battle, three wide for the lead, and they all make contact. Paul White comes out smelling like a rose, takes the win. And, man, that's the great advantage of having a race on Texas on site here. For you folks at home, get to see those great replays. Heat race number 3 on deck. Mayfield Transportation, your sponsor. 73X, Wyatt Richardson out of Granbury, your pole setter. The 0, Chris Okoa out of Salado on the outside. Row number 2, the 27P, Jeff Patterson out of Carrollton. 21, Ricky Smith out of Terrell. Row number 3, the 17, Chance Hull out of Burleson. 41T, Dustin Root out of Danbury, Texas. And the fourth row, the 12, John Foster out of Glendale, Arizona. Keep your eye on that 17 of Chance Hull, third row inside the red car. Green flags in the air, and we have this one underway. Wyatt Richardson comes out with the lead out of turn number 2 down the back stretch. Chance Hall, I told you, keep your eye on that red number 17, already up to second as they make their way out of 4 down the front stretch. 27P Jeff Patterson, El Jefe, doing a good job. Oh, we got a wheel cover rolling down the front stretch here, looks like. We'll see if they let that go. And Chance Hull keeping up the pressure on that 73X Machina, Wyatt Richardson. Hull taking a look to the inside through 1 and 2, couldn't get the drive off of 2 he needs, and so Richardson hangs on to the lead. Hull in second. Slide job being put on the third place car by the number 41T. 41T is Dustin Rood. Oh, Chance Hull tried another slide job. Just couldn't get the drive off it, and he couldn't get it to stick as well. And Richardson able to cross back under and snatch the lead back. 41T Machine, Dustin Rood up to the third spot now. And they make their way down the back stretch. Richardson doing his best to hang on to that lead. 5 laps are now in the book, 3 to go. Richardson out front. Wyatt Richardson out front with Chance Hull in second. A good run there by the 41T Machine of Dustin Rood as they take 2 to go as they go across the line this time by. And Chance Hull going to try to put a slide job on Richardson as they go into turn number 4, and it's going to work. It's going to work for the white flag. 1 more lap to go for the number 17 of Chance Hull. And the 41 of Rood puts a slide job on the 17, but the 17 crosses back under, gets it back. Here they come out of turn number 4. It's going to be Chance Hull with the win. And Rood in second. Richardson in third. Patterson in fourth. And our director of operations for the race on Texas just let me know how close the gap was between 1 and 2, and it was 0.002, 2,000ths, or 0.02, 200ths of a second. 200ths of a second. That was close. Heat race number 4 on deck now. Mayfield Transportation, once again, your sponsor for this race, the 251 Dallas Patterson, the 44 Keith White. Oh, Keith White in the field tonight. Hadn't seen him race in a long time. Row number 2, the 35 Tony DeGeorge out of Titusville, Florida. The row number 2 on the outside, the 20 Ryan Story out of Leander. Row number 3, the 72T Landon Sibry out of New Braunfels, and the 5S of James Stunkel out of Lindale. And we're missing 2 cars that'll line up on this one as we got a Hunter's Moon coming up over turn number 3 back there. All right, green flag's in the air, and we got this one underway. Looks like Dallas Patterson, one of the cars missing in the lineup. Keith White, no stranger to Heart of Texas Speedway and no stranger to championships galore and lots of wins out front there. Got a good lead over the 35 machine of Tony DeGeorge, who has now fallen victim to the 20 machine of Ryan Stoy in the second spot, bringing the 72T of Landon Sibley with him in third. Keith White putting on a clinic out front in the 44M machine, walking away from the field as they make their way out of turn number 4 down the front stretch to put lap number 4 in the books. 4 down, 4 to go. Landon Sibley out of New Braunfels, Texas, hanging on to that second spot. In third, that number 20 machine of Ryan Stoy out of Leander. All right, coming up on 2 to go this time by. Keith White makes his way down the backstretch, rolls free and easy through the middle of 3 and 4 down the front stretch. Now he takes the 2 to go. Keith White out front, the 72 of Landon Sibley in the second spot. In the third spot, Ryan Stoy. White flag on the field. Keith White going to make his way down the backstretch off into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, it's going to be Keith White with a win. 72 machine of Sibley in second. In third, the 20 of Stoy. In fourth, the 35 machine of DeGeorge. All right, second round of action coming up for your Mod Lights. These are the inverted heat races, the inverted finish or grid order for your heat races. Heat race number 9 is brought to you by Extreme Graphics. 41 JR Joe Butler Jr. out of Cleveland, Texas, going to be your pole sitter. The LR8 Ronnie Choate out of Cooksville, Tennessee, on the outside. Row number 2, the 59 James Stunkel out of Lindale. The 626 Jason Rivas out of Baytown. Row number 3, the 54 Shane Clement out of Bonham, Texas. The 99 JR Ricky Henry out of Pearland. Row number 4, the 99 Derek Knutson out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And the 02 Logan Brown out of White Bluff, Tennessee. All right, 8 laps the distance on this one when we get them brought out here. Might be a good chance to run down to the concession stand, get you something cold to drink, cooking good and wet to drink, or something to eat if you got a little hunger in your stomach. They would be glad to take care of you down there. Also, check out the beer barn there to the south side of the concession stand. They'd be happy to hook you up as well. All right, heat race number 9 coming on to the track, brought to you by Extreme Graphics. Feeling pretty good. I'm going to knock on wood as I say that. Once again, this would be a good chance to run down the concession stand, grab you something cold to drink, something good to eat. They got great hamburgers, cheeseburgers, hot dogs, all kinds of good food down there. So if you got a little hunger in your tummy, now would be a good time to go take advantage of that. Tomorrow night, we will start a little earlier. I think racing starts at 7. Gates will open at 6 o'clock, I do believe. Or maybe 5 o'clock, actually. Also, coming up next weekend here at Heart of Texas Speedway, another great weekend of action. Driver is okay is the word we just got. Driver is okay. That is good news. Next weekend, October 20th, 21st, and 22nd, it's the Fall Classic. And it is actually the 25th annual Fall Classic here at Heart of Texas Speedway. And so make your plans now to be out here. On Thursday, it's going to be practice. Friday is qualifying. Saturday is your big races. So $2,000 to win for the modifieds, $2,000 to win for the factory stocks, the IMCA the IMCA stock cars. Outlaw Street Stocks, $2,000 to win. $2,000 win for the IMCA Southern Sport Mods. And Junior Limiteds will run for $500 to win. Saturday only. Gates will open at 5. Racing starts at 7 on the 22nd. On the 21st, gates open at 6. Racing starts at 8. So make your plans now to be here next weekend for the 25th annual Heart of Texas Speedway Fall Classic. Once again, all of the action will be streamed live on Race on Texas. Well, sad to say, that little car really got kind of crunched up a little bit. That's the 41 of Joe Butler Jr. out of Cleveland, Texas. Good to hear that he is okay. That is the good news. He was back here all by himself, and the camera wasn't on him when that rolled, so we did not get a replay on that. And that's the way it is. You can't always get all of the action. Too much of it going on. Once again, we are underway with heat race number 9, the first of the inverted section for your mod lights, brought to you by Extreme Graphics. And the car that rolled was the 41 JR of Joe Butler. So he is going to retire. And the number 8 machine of Choate, Ronnie Choate. Oh, we got a car off the track here, down into the infield. Looks like that's the 99 machine of Newton. Yellow flag. Got a car stopped over here going into turn number 1. So back under caution here at the Heart of Texas Speedway. Once again, don't forget, next weekend, the Fall Classic here at Heart of Texas Speedway, 25th annual. Track sponsors here at Heart of Texas Speedway include Subway, Honey's, 3M Fencing, Southwest International Trucks, Bell Clearing, Slovacek's, Sign This, Goodfellas, O'Reilly's Auto Parts, CRS Suspensions, Stephenville Starter and Electric. And here we're about ready to get things back underway. And Choate once again going to blast off out of turn number 4. He's got the lead. 54th Clement in second. The 0-2 machine of Logan Brown in the third spot. And Rivas back there in fourth. Choate with a good run down the backstretch. Opened up about a 6-car length lead over the 54 of Clement as they roll through 3 and 4. And Choate still getting it done out front, maintaining about, well, and stretching out the lead now with the 54 of Clement as they make their way through 3 and 4. Number 0-2 machine got some sheet metal loose. The 0-2 of Logan Brown out of White Bluff, Tennessee. Hanging on to that third spot, Rivas back there in fourth. 54 Clement looked like he might be starting to make it up just a little bit of ground on the 8 of Choate. As the laps continue to wind down, that puts lap 5 in the books. Choate once again leads them off through the middle of 3 and 4. Clement trying to run him down. Looks like he is kind of stalled out in that pursuit. The 0-2 of Brown looks like he is off the pace. Well, maybe he gets it fired back up, back underway. All right, white flag, 1 to go. White flag, 1 to go. And Choate leads him off into turn number 3. Good smooth run as always out of 4 down the front stretch. Going to be Choate with the win. Clement in second. Rivas going to come home in the third spot. And then Brown recovering from an issue there and comes home in fourth. So that is heat race number 9. In the books, heat race number 10 on deck now. This one brought to you by South Texas Race Ranch. 22W, William Cantrell out of Memphis, Tennessee, going to be your pole setter. The 1JR, Justin Kindernecht out of Salina, Kansas on the outside. Row number 2, 99J, Josh May out of Des Moines, Iowa. The 87M, Dalton Hill out of Wilburn, Arkansas. Row number 3, the 44, Joseph McIntyre out of Cleveland. The B51, Johnny Brown out of Orange. Row number 4, the 41, Willie Veach out of Houston. John Thiel in the number 9 on the outside out of Fort Worth. And rounding out your field, our Bakersfield, California driver, Zach Forrester in the number 50. Second heat race of the round 2 of the heat races. Inverted field, starting field for these mod lights. And here we go out of turn number 4. Green flag is not in the air. Maybe it is. No, it's not. I didn't think they were going to let that start go. And I just want to let them get through 1 and 2 before they threw the yellow. So we're going to try this one more time. So Justin Kindernecht out of Salina, Kansas is your pole setter. Looks like 22W, William Cantrell missing in action. 99J, Josh May out of Des Moines, Iowa on that front row on the outside. All right, here we go. I'm going to try this one more time. Kindernecht coming out of turn number 4. Can we get a good start? Yes, we do. Green flag is in the air. Josh May in second, to 44 machine. McIntyre in the third spot. May gets clear of the 44. Sets his sights on your leader. Number 1 machine out of turn number 2 down the backstretch. So number 1 machine opening up the lead now over the 99 of Josh May. In third, it looks like the 44 machine of Joseph McIntyre starting to lose a little bit of ground. to that second place car, the 99 of May. Out front, though, the one machine stretching out the lead over the field. Good battle there for the 4th spot between the B51 of Johnny Brown and the 41 machine of Willie Veach Jr. Looks like Brown going to settle that one and get that 3rd spot. And your leader comes across the line to put lap 4 in the books. 4 down, 4 to go. And your leader, Justin Kinderneck out of Salina, Kansas, doing a good job out front. Puts lap number 5 in the books. He's still got that number 99 machine of Josh May in second, the 44 of McIntyre in third, and the 51 of Johnny Brown in the 4th spot. Oh, no. And the 51 of Brown got loose and collected the 50 of Zach Forster over here in turn number 4, so that's going to put us back under caution. And the 51 getting loose over here in turn number 4 and sideways, was trying to gather it back up, but the 50 had to slam on the brakes and slid sideways and kind of body slammed him on the backside there. And that parked the 50 down there on the inside of turn number 3 and 4, bringing out the caution. So we'll line them back up and try this one more time. Number 1 machine of Justin Kinderneck out of Salina, Kansas, doing a good job out front. Had quite a bit of distance over the field there. The 99 of Josh May out of Des Moines, Iowa in the 2nd spot. And the 44 Joseph McIntyre out of Cleveland, Texas in 3rd. We'll see if either one of those drivers are able to take advantage of this restart, maybe get a jump on that number 1 of Kinderneck. However, it looks like Kinderneck might have the fastest car in the field. All right, Kinderneck leads them off into turn number 3. Looking for the green flag as they come out of turn number 4. Green flag's in the air, and we're going to go back to racing. Willie Veach trying to make his presence known. Gets up there in the battle for the 4th spot with the 51 of Brown. Looks like Kinderneck got this one well in hand. Starting to stretch out the lead already as the laps 7 goes in the books. And it's Kinderneck down the backstretch. 99 of May in 2nd. In 3rd, McIntyre as they come across the line for the win. And that's the way it's going to be. Kinderneck with the win. May in 2nd. McIntyre in 3rd. So good racing action there in heat race number 10. Brought to you by South Texas Race Ranch. Heat number 11 on deck now. Texas Machine and Tool Service, or Texas Machine Tool Service, your sponsor for this heat race number 11. 22H of Bobby Hill out of Wilburn, Arkansas, your pole setter. 97, Steve Bender out of Chandler, Arizona on the outside. Row number 2, the 94, Brandy Myers comes to us from Mesa, Arizona. And the X50 of Joel Huggins out of Des Moines. Row number 3, it's the 18 of Blake Wilson out of Mableville, Arkansas. And the 18G, RG Gonzalez out of Kelowna, Illinois. Row number 4, the 154, Todd Looney, the 17H, Chance Hull. And running out of your field, the 47F's, Corey Sonner. Looks like we're missing one field car in the lineup as we, oh man. Looks like the 94 had trouble on the start and had to pull to the infield. Brandy Myers out of Mesa, Arizona. So that's going to bring out a caution. Looks like Brandy might have lost power as she came into turn number 4 over there and just tried to turn down to the inside. And had a car that had a run on her and had to take a dive to the inside to avoid contact. Looks like she might get it fired back up. We'll see if she's able to get back underway. 94, Brandy Myers out of Mesa, Arizona. Well, she got her rolling pretty strong. We'll see if she can keep it underway. Once again, this heat race number 11 brought to you by Texas Machine Tool Service. All right, lights are flashing over on the backstretch, letting these drivers know we're ready to get this one underway. The lineup is good. They're stacked, racked, and ready to go. Heat race number 11. Here we go, back under green. Joel Huggins making a power move on the outside, down the backstretch into the lead. But he is being pressured by the number 18 G of R.J. Gonzalez. Gonzalez being pressured by the 17 of Chance Hull. Hull in the third spot, trying to make a move on Gonzalez for that second spot. Hull, Gonzalez holds him off down the front stretch. Out front, it's still the number 50 of Joel Huggins. Huggins trying to pull away from the battle going on there behind him for second place. Hull going to take a look to the outside of Gonzalez as he come out of turn number 4. Gonzalez holds him off for another lap, lap 2 in the books. Meanwhile, out front, that number X50 machine pulling away from the field. In second, it is the 18 of Gonzalez still holding off. The hard charge there by the 17 H of Chance Hull. Hull going to make a dive to the inside, going to put a slider on him going into turn number 4, and it's going to work that time. Put Chance Hull in second, Gonzalez in third. Joel Huggins out front there in the X50 machine, doesn't care about the fight going on behind him. He's got it well in hand with 2 to go. 2 laps to go. Chance Hull stretching out the lead now over Gonzalez once he got clear, trying to reel in your leader. But with 1 lap to go this time by, I don't think he's going to have time to get it done. Chance Hull started all the way back on the 4th row on the outside and worked his way up to second. Probably a few more laps, he could have legitimately contended for the lead, but it's going to be the number 50 of Huggins with the win. Hull in second. In third is the number 18 of Gonzalez. All right, heat race number 12 on deck now. This one brought to you by Nails by Rachel. Pole setter, the 4U, Michael Fay out of Buckeye, Arizona. On the outside, the 9C, Riley Clem out of Bakersfield. Row number 2, the 04 machine. That is Joseph Penny out of Danbury. The 46, Dawson Fisher out of Houston. Row number 3, the 444 machine, Charles Armstrong Jr., or Charles Armstrong the 3rd out of Joshua. 22K Kyle Demo out of Fulton, New York. Row number 4, the 47, Ed Griggs out of Pleasant Hill, Missouri, and the 174, Mark Asher out of Highlands, Texas. Green flags in the air, and we got this one underway. Thank you. All right, that number 9 machine. Riley Clem, your leader, as they come across the line for lap number 1, I believe it is. And he has got a good run going down the backstretch. '46 machine in that second spot. Dawson Fisher in third, the 04 of Joseph Penny. Clem getting it done out front, stretching out the lead now with the 46 machine, Dawson Fisher. Fisher starting to have pressure put on him by the 04 machine of Joseph Penny. Able to hold him off through 3 and 4. Penny trying to get a nose on the inside, not able to get it done as they cross the line here for lap number 4. Penny still trying to get a nose under that number 46 ride in a battle for that second spot. Meanwhile, out front, your leader takes 4 laps to go, or 3 laps to go. 5 laps in the books. Penny still keeping up the pressure on the 46 machine. Two laps to go being shown this time by. And 1 lap to go now for your leader. And the 04, Joseph Penny trying to find a way around that number 46. Not able to get it done. Your leader comes rolling out of turn number 4. It is going to be the number 9 seed, Riley Clem, with the win. The 46 of Fisher in second. The 04 of Joseph Penny in third. And the 47 machine of Ed Griggs in the 4th spot. Heat race number 13 on deck now. The DRD Graphics is your sponsor for this race. DRD Graphics. 94M, James Rollins out of Arkadelphia, Arkansas, your pole sitter. The 3 of Taylor Hunter out of Deer Park on the outside. Row number 2, the B10, Blake Cunningham out of Lumberton. The 4, Eddie Kraft out of Jacksonville. Row number 3, the 22, Christopher Buxton out of Lumberton, Texas. And the 3A, Charles Armstrong Jr. out of Joshua. Row number 4, the 4G of Ben George out of Altoona, Iowa. And the 19, Chris Dana out of Lumberton. We've got 8 cars scheduled to take the green flag. Looks like we got 1 car missing in the lineup. And looks like it is going to be that number 94, our pole sitter of James Rollins out of Arkadelphia, Arkansas. That's going to put the 3 of Troy Hunter on the pole, and the B10 of Blake Cunningham on his outside. So it will be Taylor Hunter and Blake Cunningham getting this one started off from that front row. All right, we're looking for the green flag as they come out of turn number 4. Taylor Hunter on the gas. Man, is he on the gas? I believe they're going to call that one. And they do. We're going to rack them, stack them, try it one more time. Got a little jump on the start there, that number 3 of Taylor Hunter. And they're going to call it back and make them do that one more time. Practice makes perfect. These Mod Lights are sponsored tonight by Kicking Back Refrigeration, so we're certainly grateful for them for their participation in tonight's event. Kicking Back Refrigeration. All right, going to try this one more time to come out of turn number 4. The number 3, Taylor Hunter on the gas, and they give him the green flag to be 10 of Blake Cunningham on the outside. Number 4, Eddie Kraft trying to stick his nose in there. Decides better of it, backs out. Going to wait for a little better chance. 22 machine of Christopher Buxton in the 3rd spot. They're going to go 3 wide out of turn number 1. Looked like the 4 was the meat and the sandwich between that 22 and the B10 that time, and he gets that 2nd spot. So you can put that 22 of Christopher Buxton in 2nd, or actually 3rd, I guess. Eddie Kraft in 2nd. Oh, the 4 up into the wall. Had to really back out of it. Eddie Kraft in at number 4. Oh, had one almost turn over between 3 and 4. went up on two wheels, but the number 19, but he's able to pull it back down and stay on all fours. Meanwhile, out front, that number 3 machine, Taylor Hunter, is really putting on a clinic. 4G machine of Ben George in second. I said Ben George in second to 4G. 22 machine, Christopher Buxton in the third spot. And your leader straight away ahead of the second place car now, rolls through 3 and 4 down the front stretch, takes 2 to go. 6 laps in the books, 2 to go. Taylor Hunter getting it done out front, rolls free and easy off into 3 and 4. Good smooth run through 3 and 4 down the front stretch. And it's going to be one more lap to go for your leader. Ben George in second, 22 of Christopher Buxton in the third spot. And the B10 of Blake Cunningham in fourth. For the win, it's going to be the number 3 machine of Taylor Hunter. In second, going to be the 4G of Ben George. In fourth, the 22. A third of Christopher Buxton. In fourth, the B10 of Blake Cunningham. All right, heat race number 14 on deck now. This one brought to you by Stars Mod Lite Series. Stars Mod Lite Series. Your pole setter, Corey Babbitt out of Channelview. In the number 12, the 94 of Paul McCollett out of Arkadelphia, Arkansas on the outside. The number 2, the K9, Kevin Simpkins out of Beebe, Arkansas. The 20, Alan Nepper on the outside. The number 3, the 64, Randy Bryan out of Ames, Iowa. The 121, Joshua Sousa out of Highlands. Row number 4, the 95, Colin Bender out of Chandler, Arizona. And the 31, Gage Range out of Searcy, Arkansas. All right, 2, 4, 6, 8 scheduled to take the green flag. 8 cars all present and accounted for in this Stars Mod Lite heat race number 14. Green flags in the air. We are racing. And it's a door-to-door race down the backstretch in a battle for the lead. It looks like the number 12 machine of Corey Babbitt is going to give up that to the 94 of Paul McCollett. A couple of cars get together. Look like the 20 and the 31. Go there and turn number 1, wash up the track a little bit, but they hang on to it and still rolling. Out front, it is the 94 machine of Paul McCollett with the lead. 12, Corey Babbitt in second. 31 and the 20. Really going at it back there for the third. The 31 machine of Gage Rains and the 20 of Alan Nepper. Looks like that 20 machine has got that third spot secured now. Rains in the fourth spot as they make their way around. And 4 laps down, 4 to go this time by. All right, here they come out of turn number 4. This is going to be lap number 5 in the books. And it is still the number 94 machine out front. Paul McCollett in second. The number 12, Corey Babbitt. Number 20 machine, Alan Nepper in the third. And your leader takes 2 to go that time by. Coming out of turn number 4, it's still Paul McCollett in the lead, and he just took the 1 to go, 1 more lap to go. He makes his way down the backstretch off into turn number 3. Good smooth run through 3 and 4. Out of 4 down the front stretch, going to be Paul McCollett with the win. In second, going to be that number 12 machine of Corey Babbitt. In third, the 64, I believe it was. All right, heat race number 15 on deck now, brought to you by Mod Lights of Texas. Mod Lights of Texas, your sponsor for heat race number 15. On the pole, the 17, Jeremy Buxton out of Lumberton, Texas. 22D, Dylan Dunn out of Cedar Springs, Florida. Girl number 2, Dylan Rafferty out of Kansas City, Missouri, in the 46X. The 5X, Cody Benoit out of Buckingham, Florida. Girl number 3 to 10, Jeremy Holtman out of Joshua, the 19R. Dustin Rood out of Danbury, Texas. Girl number 4, the Z Machine, Mike Zemo Jr. out of Davenport, Iowa. The 44W, Williams Lee out of White House, Texas. Got an 8-car schedule. 7 showed up to play, so we'll see who's missing. Front row was there, Jeremy Buxton and Dylan Dunn. We got the 46 and the 5, looks like they're there. So green flags in the air, and we got this one underway. 3 wide in the battle out of turn number 2 for the lead. Oh, the 17 gets squeezed out. The 46 looks like he is going to walk away with the lead, Dylan Rafferty. They come out of turn number 4. In second, going to be that number 5 machine of Cody Benoit. Benoit in second. The Z Machine up from the back of the pack. Mike Zemo in that Z Machine up in the 3rd spot. And 17, Jeremy Buxton, has fallen back to 4th. Meanwhile, out front, that 46 of Dylan Rafferty stretching out a pretty good lead now, working on a half a straightaway as they come out of 2 down the backstretch. The Z Machines being in a good battle are putting the pressure on that number 5. The 5 gets out of line and washes up high in turns 3 and 4, falls back about 3 spots. The Z Machine of Mike Zemo in second. In third, looks like it's the 19 of Dustin Rood. 4 down, 4 to go for your leader. 46 machine of Dylan Rafferty, making it look real easy out front, maintaining a good strong lead, almost a straightaway lead over the number Z Machine of Mike Zemo. Zemo trying to reel in your leader, but he is running out of time as we come up on 2 to go, this time by 2 more laps to go. The 44, Williams Lee out of White House, Texas, pulling it to the infield. Problems for that number 44. And the 46, your leader, Dylan Rafferty, rolling out of turn number 4 down the front stretch. Takes the white flag for 1 more lap to go. Zemo hanging on to second, the 19 of Rood in third, and the 5 of Benoit in the 4th spot. And here we go, folks, for the win. The 46 is going to take the win. The Z Machine of Zemo in second, the 19 of Rood in the 3rd spot. So good racing action there in heat race number 15. Heat race number 16, the final heat race of round number 2 for your Mod Lights, coming up next. This one brought to you by Riding Dirty Motorsports. The Zero Machine, Kevin Carl out of Port Neches, Texas, going to be your pole setter. The 56B, Cameron Bean out of Arkadelphia on the outside. Rule number 2, the 192H, Christopher Harrington out of Lufkin. The 6X Machine, Kyle Berry out of Crosby. Rule number 3, the 89, Jeff Youngblood out of Alvin, Texas. The 14C, Cam Perry out of Lincoln, Arkansas. Rule number 4, the 48G, Austin Gray out of Story City, Iowa. And the 74A, Paul Albin out of Hot Springs, Arkansas. Eight of your Mod Lights scheduled to take the green flag here in heat race number 16, brought to you by Riding Dirty Motorsports, and looks like all 8 are present and accounted for. Kevin Carl in the Zero, your pole sitter. Cameron Beanie out of Arkadelphia, Arkansas on the 56B on the outside, looking for that green flag. Those 2 cars will get us started off. Rolling slow off into turn number 4. When they pick up the gas, when will they pick up the gas? Now. Green flag's in the air, and we got this one underway. Looks like that zero machine of Kevin Carl with the early lead down into, we got one spun over there in turn number 3. Hopefully he can get it fired back up. Looks like the 14 barely able to make evasive action. Looks like that is the 192. I believe that's the 192 of Christopher Harrington. He gets it fired back up and back underway. Meanwhile, out front, it's still the zero machine over the 89 of Jeff Youngblood in second, being pressured now by the, I believe that's the 43G of Austin Gray. Looks like Gray might get that third spot. That's 48G, Austin Gray. Oh, man. 48G putting pressure on the zero of Kevin Carl for the lead. The 89 machine of Youngblood back to third now. Man, really a good tight battle for the lead. It's Carl on the outside and Gray on the inside. Gray still door to door, drives it deep off into turn number 3. Going to try to take that line away from the number 0 car, and he gets it done. Put the 48 out front. Austin Gray out of Story City, Iowa, your leader. Pulling away now from the field, the 89, taking a look to the inside of the 0. That is your battle for second. 2 laps to go, being shown to your leader. That's time by. And that 48 machine, Austin Gray, pulling away from the field. The 0 so far able to hold off the 89. White flag, 1 more lap to go. All right, here we go for the win. It's going to be the 48G rolling pretty through 3 and 4 down the front stretch. It's going to be the 48G Austin Gray with the win. In second, going to be the 0 of Carl, the 89 of Youngblood in the third spot. And then looks like the 56 of Cameron Bean coming home in the fourth spot. So good racing action there in the 16th and final heat race for your Mod Lights. All right, folks, brief intermission here at Heart of Texas Speedway. Be a good chance to run down to the concession stand, get you something good to eat, something cold to drink, wet you whistle just a little bit, and maybe make a little bathroom break. We'll be back in action here just shortly. Coming up next will be the Verse Dwarf Car Heats. Qualifiers, I'm sorry. Verse Dwarf Car Qualifiers, then we'll go into the Mod Light Qualifier. And the top 24 in passing points will be racing in that for the top 8 spots to lock into tomorrow. Then we have the Pro Dwarf qualifiers and the 600 non-wing qualifier and the Mod Light Joe Butler Jr. Invitational.